everybody, and welcome to the Improved Garage YouTube channel. Today I want to talk a little about Chemical Guys, some of their products, why I use them, why I started using them in the first place, which ones I like, which ones I don't like, just a little bit, because you'll see a lot of them in my videos as I'm doing projects. So I guess first I should talk about why Chemical Guys. I find myself to be somebody who likes systems, especially when it's related to something that I don't know a lot about, right? Just learning how to detail, or like when I was setting up my aquarium, you adopt a system from a manufacturer that designs products that are supposed to work together, and they build processes around those products. And Chemical Guys has a soap and a wax, and the products are designed to work together, and they have their applicators, and they have their rags, and they have their buckets, and they have their utensils. So, I started off with a system, and I've, purchased a lot of their products to try a lot of their products. And then what I'm finding is there are things that I like and there are things that I don't like. And the ones I don't like, I'm trying to find better options for. So, I would say one thing to understand about Chemical Guys is that they are a product that is marketed directly to consumers. And because of that, a lot of them are not what we would consider professional grade, in that they are not incredibly aggressive. They might not clean the fastest or do something the most efficient way, but they're building processes that are designed to teach a layman how to use their products effectively. And maybe it requires a little bit more effort and a little bit more work, but they generally can accomplish what they say they can accomplish. Talking through the product line, starting off with basics like soap. And this is what I would find is my biggest annoyance with Chemical Guys, is that they have a lot of products that overlap, that do the same things. And to me, it's just like, why? And I guess part of it is because you end up with somebody who has 60 products like I do. Instead of, I just go in and buy one soap because this one soap is the best, they've got, 7 or 8 different soaps, so I try a couple of them. So, talking through the soaps, Honeydew Snow Foam, Mr. Pink, this Beer Scent Snow Foam, like those are all standard soaps. They all work well. I personally like Honeydew the best because of the smell. I think the smell of Honeydew is better than the others. I don't think that it works any better or any worse than the other two that are sitting next to it. This is a black specific car wash soap. I found that it doesn't produce very much of a different result than the Honeydew or any of the others. So really, that's something where I probably wouldn't buy the black specific soap again. I would just continue to get the Honeydew because the Honeydew is not black specific and it's less expensive. And this quart is only a little bit more than the 16-ounce bottle here. Clean Slate is a cleanser wash. It's a stripper, really. It's designed to strip wax and strip polishes from cars. I feel that works well. I use it generally at the beginning of like springtime, and maybe once or twice a year I'll use it, and then I'll just kind of apply a wax or a sealant and wax after I'm done using it. And it's designed to be like a surface prep or a remover. This doesn't foam as much as the other soaps do, but really the foaming action is more for humans to understand where they are rather than for cleaning properties. So the amount of foam isn't incredibly important, but I find that works well. So if I was, and then the ceramic soap. So this Hydro Suds is designed to work with this Hydro Slick, which is their ceramic coating hyper wax, and then they have a ceramic detailer as well. I have that here too, but really, this is supposed to be a coating that you apply as a replacement for a sealant. And this is supposed to be a soap that allows this coating to stay longer and rejuvenates the coating. I went the ceramic route on my Golf. I didn't notice, it wasn't much different to take care of than my other cars that just have general wax applied to them. So, I don't really know how much silicon dioxide is in this product, or how it's supposed to differ from the non-ceramic products. But honestly, I don't feel as though there's a lot of gain for me to spend the additional money on the ceramic soap, the ceramic wax, I didn't see much difference. So really, you know, if I was going to take the soaps and decide which ones I wanted to buy, I would take the Clean Slate as a cleanser surface prep wash, and then I would use Honeydew as a maintenance product just when I'm doing my regular car washes. Those two products would be really all I would want to keep. Truthfully, I tried Koch Chemi. I wasn't incredibly happy with either one of them, so I tried Koch Chemi GSF, and I like it a lot better than either of them. So I'm going to switch to that moving forward. I'll use this stuff. Like I don't not like it. I'll use it up. It's not a problem. I'm not just gonna chuck it. But I do like the Koch Chemi GSF a lot better. So that's going to be my go forward strategy. As far as the Clean Slate is concerned, I think it's a good product. Obviously the GSF wouldn't replace this. I did pick up a bottle of the Obsessed Garage, their Decon wash, so I'm going to try that compared to this and see, you know, if it's better. Pricing is about the same for a similar size bottle. Then there's waterless car wash products. So they make this is a ready-to-use waterless car wash. It's called Swift Wipe. They make an EcoSmart RU, which is also the same thing, ready-to-use waterless car wash. Again, I don't know why there's two different products. They both work fine. So really, I have two waterless products. This is a spray bottle. It's ready to go. I keep this in my car, and you know, if I walk up to my car and there's bird crap on it, I'll take that and I'll spray it and I'll wipe it off. And you know, when I get home, I take the rag and I throw it in a bucket with all my other dirty rags to wash it later. This EcoSmart RO or EcoSmart Concentrate is designed to work with like a garden sprayer. So you can fill up a garden sprayer. Mine's around here somewhere. Fill up a garden sprayer with a couple ounces of it and add water to it, and you can make your own this basically. And that works well. I don't use it to wash my entire car from start to finish. I don't really believe in the waterless car wash process. I think that I'm going to end up with, like, the dirt has to go somewhere. I'm going to end up with a lot of scratches. I generally use it to deal with emergencies. Like, car comes home and it's got poop on it, berries on it, something like that. Something dropped on it and left a mess on one portion of the car, and I don't have the time, or I don't want to wash the entire car from start to finish right now, which is, you know, an hour-long process where this can be 5 minutes. I've got a spray bottle here that's mixed with concentrate, and then I've got, you know, one that I keep in my car in this, I have this Chemical Guys, it's like a go bag of sorts. So this generally sits in my trunk, and I do like this bag a lot. It holds 6 bottles. It's got a portion for rags. There's a front pouch where you can put like applicators. It's Velcro on the bottom. So I keep one of these in each of my cars. I have 2 of them. I think they're nice bags. So then kind of moving forward here, I've got a water spot remover. This product works really well, actually. I've used it when I got my Mercedes. It had a bunch of water spots on the roof from the dealership or from the previous owner, from running it through crappy car washes, really. And you know, I found that it worked well. It takes a lot of effort to remove this when you put it on, because you put it on, it's kind of like a gel, you know, and then it works at the water spots, and then you kind of have to wash it off. But it worked well, it did its job. You know, it's rare that I have to use something like that. I can also compound away water spots, but I tried to use the chemical approach rather than the compound approach because I didn't want to ruin my clear coat of my roof over a couple water spots, if at all possible. They have a couple different degreasers. They have this all clean. They have an orange degreaser. I've used them both quite a bit. I don't really notice much difference between the two of them. Again, like, they could easily have one product, citrus-based, all-purpose super cleaner. They're both citrus-based. I don't really understand the reason for 2 of them. You know, so really I'm fine with either one of them. I don't think that they're better than like a Simple Green or a Purple Power or anything like that. I think that they work fine. I'll continue to buy them because they're inexpensive and I can subscribe and save them, and they'll come on a regular basis and I'll always have them. So then next, getting into the polishes. So this is where the lines get really confusing and there's a lot of products. So they have their V line of products. They have a V32, V34, V36, V38. And these are available in small sizes and large sizes. V32 is the most aggressive, V34 is the least aggressive compound, and then this is a polish, and this is a finished polish. And so they get less aggressive as you go on. So this is designed to be a system where if you've got something really bad, you start with a 32. If you've got something that's slightly bad, you start with a 34, and then you go 36, 38, and eventually you end up with a good finish. I find that these polishes and compounds, they produce a fair amount of dust, unless you use the pad conditioner, which they show you to use the pad conditioner in all of their videos. The problem that I have is when I use the pad conditioner on my German cars, on my Mercedes, on my Volkswagen, on my wife's Mercedes, I have trouble getting them to cut because the products just aren't incredibly aggressive, and when you're adding the conditioner, it makes them even less aggressive, and you're using with the Chemical Guys foam pad, that's even less aggressive than like a microfiber pad. So really, if I want them to cut, I need to use them without the conditioner, and I use them on like a Meguiar's microfiber cutting pad. And they work fine, but they do end up producing a lot of dust without the conditioner. So, you know, eventually I'm going to try some other products like the Sonex Perfect Finish and the Jescar Correction Compound that Matt recommends on Obsessed Garage, and you know, just see if I can find something that I like a little bit better, maybe something that's solvent based. I think these are water based, and that's why they produce a fair amount of dust. But then, you know, for confusion's sake, they have this VSS, Scratch and Swirl Remover. Well, this is really like in here. It starts off like this, and it's supposed to finish like this, and it's like a diminishing compound that's in the middle. And again, it's like, why? Why does this product exist? Or why do these two products exist if this starts like that and finishes like that? Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And then to make matters worse, this product line existed, you know, a year or two ago when I started buying the Chemical Guys products. And then they just released these two, C4 and P4. This is a compound, this is a polish. So now this replaces those two, and this, in a way, replaces those two as a diminishing polish. And they work fine. They all work fine. I like these two better than the V series, to be honest with you. I think that they produce a better finish. You know, if you do a 34, you have to go over it with a 36 when you're done, and a 30 or a 38 when you're done, because otherwise the paint just looks hazy. It looks like you left something behind. The C4 ends up a lot clearer because it's diminishing polish. The P4 I think works well, but again, I have difficulty getting it to touch things on my German cars because it's just not aggressive enough, and it breaks down before it does a lot of work. So again, you know, I could turn these 6 polishes into 2 bottles and be happy with them, but you know, I wanted to try them all, and I started off with the V series, and you know, because that was the one to buy, and then they came out with the VSS. I bought one of those to try it out because I thought a one-step would be nice, and then the C4 and P4 came out. I watched the videos on it. They all looked really cool, so I picked those up too. You know, and I'm just trying these products, and you know, I have the ability to pump them if I want to, but they work fine. They're just, I think that there are better products out there that can do better results or with less effort, similar results. So then we get into glazes. So I've got this mirror finish, which is a glaze, just a regular standard glaze. I don't use glaze a whole lot because it's designed to fill in imperfections between the washed car and the sealants. And my cars are generally pretty new, and they are polished, so they generally look really good. So I really don't need the glazes as much. You know, I've tried it before. I don't see much difference. This is a black specific glaze and sealant. I've used that in the past too. It was fine. I don't think that it did anything to make my black better than using like Jet Seal or a different product. And you know, so I don't know that I would continue to get this in the future, because you know, something like Jet Seal, which is a normal sealant, I can use on all of my cars, where this is black specific. And I guess me saying that there isn't much difference between this and that on a black car means that I could probably use this on a new car too. But I didn't see much difference in the product that's marketed as for black cars. Sealants. So Jet Seal it seems to be the go-to that they talk about in all of their videos when they're doing polishing. I think that it works really well. It's got a good beating action. It doesn't take long to dry. It's fairly easy to remove. It's easy to apply. I find I use it more often for like windshields. I like it on windshields. I like it on headlights. It keeps them really clean, makes them easy to keep clean. You know, you can very easily wipe something off of them when the car is covered with a Jet Seal. I think it does a great job, and it stays around for a while. So, you know, that's a product that I'm pretty happy with. They have this extreme top coat sealant. This came in one of my mystery bags. They do these sales where you buy, you know, you spend $50 and they send you $80 worth of products. So I've done a couple of those just to try different products, and that's where, you know, this came from. That's where the beer scented car wash came from, you know, so that's my way of getting to try a bunch of different products and end up with a couple bottles of things that I do like. So really, I haven't had the opportunity to try this yet. This is supposed to have Carnauba, so maybe it's supposed to be like a one-step, you know, sealant with wax kind of built in, or some protection from Carnauba. I like the Jet Seal. I think it works well. Their waxes, they have a butter wet wax, they have a cherry wet wax, and then they have some spray waxes like this. Where's the banana? This guy. Banana spray wax. They have a cleaner wax. So these are all waxes, and you know, I've used them all. This one is ceramic infused. I didn't notice much of a difference between using this and using the butter wet wax, and this is about 3 times the amount. So I probably wouldn't continue to do this in the future. The soap that you're supposed to use with it is also more expensive. You know, I don't know. The fact that it says that it's got SiO2 on it means that it contains ceramic elements, but I don't know what the percentage of ceramic that it contains is. I don't think it's very high because I don't notice much of a difference. The cherry wet wax and the butter wet wax are, in my opinion, the same exact product with 2 different colors and 2 different smells. Really, I don't see the reason for the 2 of them to coexist. They should just have one product and that'd be fine. I mean, they're both wet wax. They're both deep wet shine, dripping wet finish, UV blockers and protectants. Like, I don't see the difference between the 2 of them. They're both Carnauba. I don't understand. I think that they're both good, but again, it's more confusing when you walk into their store and they've got 70 bottles on the shelf. Which ones do I need? You know, and I've had that conversation with some of the people that work there before. And you talk to 6 different guys and you get 6 different opinions because they all have their own products that they kind of like to use, and really they're very, very similar. This cleaner wax is kind of in the middle of like a V38 and a butter wet wax. It contains Carnauba wax, but it also has micro abrasives. It's designed to be like it's designed to remove really, really light swirls. I can't get it to cut at all on my German cars, you know, so you would see something potentially on a Japanese or American car potentially. Again, it's fine. I've used it quite a bit. It works well, but I don't, you know, I would be more than happy to own C4, P4, and the butter wet wax and the Jet Seal, and not really need any of the other glazes or polishes that they make. This spray wax, it came in one of those free bags too. I don't think it does as good of a job as this, but it's a spray. You know, it's easy, it's quick. So like this and this synthetic quick detailer, and there's a VO7 high gloss liquid wax too. I've used this once or twice. I don't think that it's better than the wet wax. I don't think the butter wet wax is better than this. Again, you know, now there's 3 products that could easily be, or 1. Spray wax, the quick detailer. There's another, this guy, P40 sprayable Carnauba, and this high gloss spray sealant. Again, I use all 4 of these. I generally use them when I'm doing maintenance washes on Jessica's car. You know, I wash the car, dry the car. Maybe I don't feel like doing a full coat of wax by hand. I'll spray one of these on and wipe it off, and you know, it takes much less time. They all do a good job and keep it slick and shiny and clean. I don't know that I would buy one of them over the others. Like I could pick up this bottle and pick up that bottle and not notice much difference between the 2 of them. So like I don't necessarily see the reason for them to have. I own 4, but I know there are more, because there's one that contains silicon dioxide. It's ceramic. They have others too. I know that there's more than just the 4 that I have. I don't use detail spray all that often. Most of these are almost full. I've just kind of tried them all, and again, they generally come with the. Usually, if you buy one of their packs, you get a soap, you get a tire dressing of some kind, you get a you know, a spray sealant or spray wax, and you get like 1 or 2 other products that it might be different. Usually a wheel cleaner and like a glass cleaner. Then moving forward, we can talk about wheel cleaner. Again, this is another one where they have this Diablo gel wheel cleaner. It's a citrus-based sticky wheel cleaner. They have this sticky citrus wheel cleaner gel. They have a concentrate version of Diablo, which I use to refill that bottle. This is actually what ends up in my wheel bucket. Squirt some in my wheel bucket when I'm cleaning my wheels with my brush. And then they also make another wheel cleaner. It comes in a blue bottle. It's like Signature Series wheel cleaner. It's just like a standard. It's not a sticky wheel cleaner. And they also have Decon, which is really an iron remover, but they market it as a wheel cleaner or as something to be used on your wheels. I don't see the reason for both this and this to exist. You know, I can understand wanting a sticky wheel cleaner, wanting a non-sticky wheel cleaner, like having 2 options there. The Decon is a little bit different because it's an iron remover. But again, I don't understand why there's 2. I've tried them both. They're both, again, fine. I'm not crazy about either one of them, honestly. I don't feel as though they work well on brake dust. They're not fantastic for like removing any sort of like grease or oil or any residue that would be on the wheel. You know, so I bought my car used with 10,000 miles on it, and it's got some like stuff in the wheels, and I really had to scrub at it to get it to even touch it. So I'm gonna try some P&S Brake Buster. I picked up a bottle from the test garage, so that'll be something that I get to try here in the future. When those run out, I'll try that out. Tire shine, shine protectant, thicker tire shine. And I realize some of these are going to be slashes because they're tire and trim gel, VRP, vinyl rubber plastic, nice and wet tire shine, black on black instant trim shine protection. So again, like 7 products on my shelf to take care of tires. I don't really see the need for them, for all of them. If I had to pick 1 or 2, this tire and trim gel is really good. I like that quite a bit. And then, you know, either this tire shine or that tire shine, I really like. They both work fine. You know, they're good products, right? I put them on the tires. They leave the tire looking shiny. They don't attract a lot of dust. They don't sling all over the side of my car. Like, they do what they're supposed to do. I don't see the reason for all of them to coexist. You know, but there are 7 products apparently for tire/trim. This, I will say, is a really good product for one particular problem that I had in the past. So we had a BMW. It was like a 2017 BMW, and all of the BMW, like the window moldings and the rubber moldings on the car, they turn to crap. They get like this white, waxy coating on them, and they just look like crap. So I went to Chemical Guys and I told somebody that I was trying to solve this problem, and they said, well, I'd get this wax and oil remover, and then I would coat with this on an applicator, like a microfiber pad or a microfiber rag, and try that out. And I did. It actually did a great job. It lasted about a year before I had to redo it. Like it was a good product, and I was really happy that I purchased it. So I think this stuff works really well. It's super thick. It doesn't make a great tire dressing. I think this is easier to apply from a tire dressing standpoint, or this one is easier to apply from a tire dressing standpoint. These two, I could take or leave. Like I don't really care which one I pick up. They both work fine. It's just like the detail sprays. They work fine. So I guess there's a couple different. Do you want an aerosol can? Do you want something where you have to spray with a spray bottle? Do you want something thick, not thick? But I don't really see the reason for all of them to necessarily exist. Again, glass cleaner. They make 3 different glass cleaners. They have this Signature Series glass cleaner. It's green. They have another one that's blue. It's called like clear glass cleaner, crystal clear glass cleaner, something like that. And then they have an aerosol spray. This stuff I like a lot. I think it does a great job. I've got it all over the house. I've got some in the kitchen, and we use it for cleaning our windows in our house. Sometimes I use it to clean off the aquarium or the kitchen counter or something like that. I think it's a good, general purpose, ammonia-free glass cleaner that does a good job. I use it with the Chemical Guys waffle rags. These are waffle glass cleaner rags. So they come in waffle leaf, glass and window, microfiber towel. They're not much different than these waffle drying towels, but they're they're sized for glass. They're just a smaller cut. Then leather would be the next thing, I guess. So we've got a leather cleaner conditioner, leather quick detailer, cleans, restores, and protects. We have a leather protection serum. And then there's also there's 5 products in total. There's a leather cleaner, there's a leather conditioner, there's a leather cleaner / conditioner, there's a leather quick detailer, which has clean and protect in the title, so that would imply that it's a conditioner as well as a cleaner. Then they have the leather protection serum, which is a protection, natural look leather conditioner and protective coating. Again, why? So, the one that I find that I use the most often is this one right here, the sprayable leather cleaner / conditioner. Really, the reason I use that more than the other ones is because these smell like a wet rag, and that doesn't. So, if I use the other ones, it annoys people that ride with me. This one smells fine, like it smells like normal leather, so it's fine. They're all fine. They do a good job. I don't think that any of them. They don't leave my seats greasy. They don't cover my clothes with slime. They don't make it so that I'm sliding all over the place when I'm trying to drive down the street. They do a good job. Again, I just don't see the need for there to be 5 different products. And then there's a leather scent as well. Now the scents, I see a reason for there to be all of these products, right? They have like 10 different scents. They have a bubblegum scent, and they have a grape scent, and they have a watermelon scent, and they have a leather scent. And I like the scents. I think that they're good products. I think they smell good, they last a long time, they work well. But I don't see the need for there to be 4 products that are for cleaning or conditioning leather seats. I don't understand that. Speed Wipe and Hydro Speed, these are the other detail sprays actually, so I have 2 more detail sprays. Hydro Speed is the ceramic one, which is designed to work with the ceramic products. Let's see, what else do I have? Polishing Pad Cleaner works very well to clean their foam pads. I have one out in the garage, I have one by my sink in my kitchen. I think that works really well. Polishing Pad Conditioner does well to prevent dusting, but makes it so the products don't necessarily cut as well as I'd like them to. So, it's kind of a little bit of a no-win situation there. The After wash I've used before. It's designed to be like a drying aid. I find that I don't need much in terms of a drying aid because of the deionized water. You know, it works fine. The Wipeout is a surface cleanser spray. I use this when I'm like polishing. So if I go over something with a polish, I'll spray on, I'll wipe it off. You know, this is nice for removing polish and making sure that it's all off and that you're looking at the actual paint and the defects in the paint when you're polishing the car. You know, I think that that's a good product. There are others like it. I got a bottle of Car Pro Eraser from Obsessed Garage. I'm going to try that out and see if I like it better or worse. I have their buckets. I like the buckets too. You know, they have this little bucket dolly that makes it into kind of like a cart that you can ride around. I like the idea of the bucket dolly. I don't like the execution of the bucket dolly that Chemical Guys does because you know, it's got 5 wheels, so it's divided into 5 segments, but there's only these tensioner nuts on 3 of them. So you end up with like a 1/2 inch gap here, and then it's like against the bucket here, another 1/2 inch gap. I wish it was just uniform all the way around, personal preference, or that there was, you know, like, I don't know, it didn't look clumsy, I guess. The lids are nice, the grit guards are nice. I think that they do a good job. I always end up with black crap below my grit guard and clearing water above it. So they do a good job. They make clear buckets now. So if I was doing it again, I'd probably get the clear buckets instead of the white ones. I picked up a Obsessed Garage bucket. I think that they're really nice. I like the Gamma Seal. I think that's awesome. They're a little deeper, so I'll get a chance to compare the two. In terms of rags, I tend to cycle through rags, so you'll see that I have a lot of the same rags but in different colors. And the reason for that is because I want to know what my oldest rags are so that I can retire them and move them towards cleaning inside the house and not continuously be using the same rags for my cars. So a while ago I went from buying rags like Zwipes rags for the house to just buying car rags and basically decommissioning some of these and moving them into the house from time to time. So I have these drying towels. They're waffle weave drying towels. These are Chemical Guys towels. This is the Obsessed Garage towel. I think that these do a good job. The Obsessed Garage towel definitely holds more water. It's a lot more expensive. So like, I don't know if you're better off owning 2 of these or owning 1 of these, which, you know, like you could probably have 3 of these for the price of 1 of those. I'd have to compare the cost, but I like both of them. Neither one of them leave any sort of residue or like fuzzies behind. I think they do a good job. These are probably my first Chemical Guys rags that I ever owned. So these are the ones that end up being used for like the dirtiest things, the door jams and trunk jams and stuff like that. And really, like, if I use one of them and I pick it up and I'm like, yeah, it's gross, then it ends up going in, it gets washed, it goes into the house, and it's household. The red ones are the same exact rags, they're just a different color, and I haven't used any of the red ones yet. There's more of the red ones here, back stock. So one of the cool things about Chemical Guys is that you can subscribe and save to their products on Amazon. So I can say, I like this rag, this rag, this rag, and that rag, and I can get 1 pack a month from Chemical Guys automatically on subscription. They're 15% off, and you know, it's pretty easy to stay stocked up on them and continue retiring them. These rags are all from Clean Garage. I haven't really had the opportunity to try them yet. These yellow, these red, these orange, so that's something that I'll get to try out as I retire more of these rags. These I use for interior. They're a workhorse. They're actually the same as these. They're the same rags, just different colors. I use these for interior because they're brown and they match the leather cleaner. The green ones I generally use as a polish removal rag. These are glass rags. These are the Chemical Guys waffle weave glass rags. These are from Clean Garage. I actually like these quite a bit, so I might in the future switch to those. These are they came with the black kit, so they're like an edgeless microfiber wax removal rag. I personally end up using those for wheels and tires because they're black and they they don't get very dirty, and you know, you can pick up the brake dust and stuff like that, and they still look fairly clean, not like they're trash. Like you use yellow rag on a wheel and it looks trashed after one or two times. And then these are what I use for my wax removal. These are called a Happy Ending Edgeless Microfiber Towel. They have no edges, they're plush. I think that they do a great job. Again, I have multiple colors because I started off with purple, then the next time I ordered them I got red ones, then the next time I ordered them I got green ones, the time after that I ordered them I got black ones. The idea being I always know what my oldest rags are. My oldest ones are purple, and those are the ones that are going to fail first, and they're going to get retired first, and they'll end up going somewhere else first. You know, and then the red and the green, like the green, I just opened up my first pack of the green ones. The black ones I haven't even touched yet. And really, you know, every time I use them, I use the oldest ones first, and then as I ruin them, you know, they end up in my house being used for cleaning counters and windows and stuff like that. So, you know, as far as the rags are concerned, I did order a couple different packs from Clean Garage. I ordered the pack from Obsessed Garage, the sampler towel set. I've gotten to use a couple of those at this point. I like the drying towel. I like the drying aid towel, this orange guy. I think that they both do a good job. You know, I'm just trying to decide, we'll have to see what the durability is like and how long I can keep them, because I could replace a Chemical Guys towel that's half as expensive twice as often and not have to worry about something being stuck in there that I missed when it went through the wash, and you know, the possibility of it scratching something because of that. So that's pretty much it. I do have some Chemical Guys utensils as well, or tools. This thing's really cool. Oh, I didn't talk about the interior cleaners, actually. So let me talk about those really quick. So they have a couple different interior cleaners. Again, don't understand why they have all of them. This is an interior cleaner and protectant. This is an interior cleaner and protectant, quick detailer. They both work well. They don't leave a lot of residue on the dash. They're not shiny like Armor All. I think that they do a good job. Really, again, I could just have one of these bottles and be happy. This generally stays inside my car. That generally stays at my house. So this is the one that, you know, I'm using most often, and if I was going to buy another one, I'd pick one of them, whichever one the store had in stock, and that'd be what I went with. This Nonsense Invisible Super Cleaner is awesome. This is an interior cleaner that's designed for, like, it works well on light colored things. Like I picked that Scion up, this guy, and that Scion was a work vehicle, and it was it was beat up on the inside. You know, there's paw prints on the headliner and stuff from other people working in it, and the headliner's gray. And this did a really good job of removing those black marks on the headliner and stuff like that without staining the headliner, leaving residue behind or shiny spots. It does a really good job. I also went over the seats with it. I used this, which is a drill attachment. It's just a soft bristle brush. So this, with that, removes stains really well from seats. I've used this stain extractor before for like cleaning mats. Like really, I think this is a great product. I don't see the need for them both to exist. This is a stain extractor, this is a super cleaner. I realize they say the same things, but in my experience they do a similar job. So I really like this Invisible Super Cleaner. I think it does a great job. Yeah, and then as far as utensils are concerned, I have this Chemical Guys brush. I have this tire brush that they sell. I have something called wheel woolies. The wheel woolies are probably the only Chemical Guys product that I've ever really been unhappy with. Wheel gerbils. That's what they're called, wheel gerbils. So they sell a pack of wheel gerbils. There's a short one that's thin, there's a long one that's thin, and then there's a long one that's fat. And I was using the long one that was fat because it just worked the best for what I was trying to do with it. And what I found was like it would shed. There'd be tufts of hair that would come off of it, and it would end up like in my bucket, stuck in my wheel, like just all over the place. And I was using it with Chemical Guys wheel cleaner, so it's not like I was picking something that was making the glue fall apart or something like that. It was just shedding. And it turned to crap, and eventually I just went on Obsessed Garage and I went to see what Matt was using, and he's using this Incredibrush flat, which this thing is awesome. It's expensive though. This brush is as expensive as the 3 of these combined, but this thing seems like it's going to hold up a lot better than these did. So I guess it's one of those things where you get what you pay for. So I'm happy with that Incredibrush flat. I would buy that again. I probably wouldn't buy these again. Just they didn't do a great job in my experience. I also have this, which is like a floor mat cleaner, carpet cleaner. I have this, which is for cleaning the pads. I have these, which are for like cleaning vents and cleaning edges. They work well. These are all from the Chemical Guys Detail Garages. I have a lot of the Hex Logic Quantum pads. I think that they're fine. I think that they're not incredibly aggressive, and I have trouble getting the cut on my Mercedes. The red and black ones are great for like applying a glaze or applying a wax quickly with a DA. I like the microfiber cutting pads from Meguiar's a lot better, personally. So I probably won't be buying the Quantum pads in the future. I'll be buying more of the microfiber cutting pads from Meguiar's. So that's really about it. Thanks for listening to me ramble for what's probably a 45-minute video. You know, hopefully this helped somebody in some way. You know, maybe you end up not having to go through all of these. I just wanted to understand, trying to pursue what's the best product, and every time you talk to somebody at Chemical Guys, you know, this guy likes this glass cleaner, and this guy likes this glass cleaner, and this guy likes this glass cleaner, and you really can't understand what the difference is between them without trying them. And most of the products are inexpensive enough that it's not a huge investment. You know, something like Jet Seal's $40, but you know, like this Signature Series glass cleaner is like $8. You know, so you pick up 3 bottles of glass cleaner, they're $8 a piece. Use them all up, you know, and maybe one of them isn't great. They're all fine though. They're all good. You know, I don't really have any of the liquid products that I'm unhappy with, or like that. I've never opened up a bottle of something, tried it out, and thrown it in the trash. They all work well enough. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.